Light continuing to flash. They're racing on this occasion. AURUM BELLE got out like an absolute shot, and she's going to find the fence early. Out brilliantly from the outside, Maria Lucia speeding across soon after the start. Pushing up as well just after the break behind them, Mr. Kaplan. Jedi Dream went forward but found itself wide outside. Here the Boom, then London Rose. There followed further back. Super Fatale is next. God's Choice also is right there about midfield as they settle down. In behind those came Ruthless Angel. Stirred Empire parked off the track just up in front of it, and they're being followed further back behind them on the rails. Next of all, Street Monarch here at the 450. It's right back in proceedings. Lady Talk is back there, so is Yamanex, and near enough to last is Fallen City. They turn for home, and AURUM BELLE straightened up at the 250. She's a length and a half in front of Maria Lucia, the first to go for the stick. AURUM BELLE drops off Maria Lucia as they went to the 100 mark. It's still AURUM BELLE holding Maria Lucia. They're dominating in the gym crack, but it's another one for AURUM BELLE. What a brilliant filly. AURUM BELLE too good over a game Maria Lucia. And she loses no admirers. Back behind them, Lady Talk charging home. Into third place, Street Monarch there, and Ruthless Angel. Yamanex, followed by Jedi Dream, weakening after a torrid run. They were followed further back, Super Fatale, God's Choice next home, then Mr. Kaplan, Fallen City, London Rose here, the Boom, and a long last, Stern Empire. Two wonderful fillies have fought out the gym crack, and AURUM BELLE inflicts the first defeat on Maria Lucia, who had to do it from an outside gate. They both drew wide, but they had brilliant pace. AURUM BELLE found the fence. Maria Lucia found the breeze, and running on behind them, Lady Talk into third placing. AURUM BELLE, this high-priced yearling filly, gives Schnitzel, the ill-fated Schnitzel, of course, the sire's produce today at Randwick, and now the gym crack, underlying what a super sire he has been. This is out of Dam Giselle by I Am Invincible for Santo Walliardo, Lynn Sayers at Yarradale, and prepared by Neville Parnham, whose last win in this race came back in 2001 with a very good filly that he prepared in Magic Heaven. And AURUM BELLE stamps herself as the best filly in WA. Not far behind her, Maria Lucia. They've run 1:04.24. So they've gone quicker, decidedly quicker than the Colts and Geldings. 1:04.24. They punched out 34.64 the 600. Half a length, 3 3/4. They absolutely dominated. 2:193, 2:19 and 3. Lady Talk third, Ruthless Angel fourth home. But it's all roads now to the Karrakatta for the undefeated AURUM BELLE, the undefeated Beatty, Maria Lucia. It looks like being a stunning edition of the Karrakatta Plate here on Quokka Day, April 18. The 9th, the PKF Roma Cup. The great racing continues over 1100 at Group 3 level. The next, a field of 9 to run. As Lockie Taylor joins us, the stage is set now. The pieces of the jigsaw are falling into place beautifully for a fantastic edition of the Karrakatta Plate in a couple of weeks.
We all cannot wait. It looks like it's setting up to be the highlight of our autumn carnival as winning trainer Neville Parnham joins me once again. Neville, congratulations on the win. AURUM BELLE, that was some performance. They've absolutely smashed the clock.
Yeah, I was just noticing that they run over a second faster than the boys. So, yeah, no, she's got speed, but she can maintain that speed, and she kicks off the corner. You know, to be honest with you, I don't know what Brad will say, but I reckon she clocks off a little bit, to be honest. So, yeah, hopefully she'll get more experience and be better with that. And but you know, yeah, courageous run by the second horse, but. Yeah, she's just a bit too clever.
Basically, for the first time throughout her short career to date, she was challenged at the top of the straight. She really showed her toughness late.
Yeah, 100%, you know, and, you know, I've made a point of saying that I don't think she's screwed right down yet, so over the next couple of weeks we'll sort of, well, she'll come on naturally, but I think she'll be right at her peak in a couple of weeks' time.
How about her mannerisms and behaviour? Is she getting any better as she gets a little bit deeper into her preparation and is learning what racing's all about?
Not today, no. She was on her hind legs around at the back of the stalls, and yeah, she's just she's like a firecracker waiting to just be lit up, you know, and any little bit of noise or whatever, she just fires right up. But you know, we're you know, happy with her win, and you know, sort of just justifies Santo and Lynn Sayers for putting their money up and purchasing a nice filly like this. And she's a 2-time stakes winner. She's a Group 3 winner now. She's you know, her breeding as a broodmare going forward. When she retires, you know, she's got all that resume on her book now, and hopefully we can continue on and get a Karrakatta, and she might have to be heading eastward. Yeah.
An outstanding performance here. Congratulations.
Good, thanks. I just want to thank all the staff too for putting up with her. She's not easy, but you know, they've done a great job behind the scenes.
Really well said there, Neville. Neville Parnham, our Hall of Fame trainer, gets the job done with AURUM BELLE taking out the Swan Draft Gimcrack Stakes. You just had to absolutely love the gate speed that she showed early, Riley. Nothing else was leading her there, and she just led them at an extremely quick tempo.
No, they certainly were not, and I guess that was the question mark on her today, whether she did have to take up a different role to what she'd been accustomed to in her 2 wins to date, whether she was going to be able to elevate and still get the job done, and that she did. Brad, congratulations on the win. As just touched upon, that was the first time that she'd drawn wide in her career to date, but her dazzling early speed was on display, and she put them to the sword once again. Tell us about the win.
Yeah, it was a really good effort. I didn't need a lead by any means. I just thought you know, if something was to take up the running, I would sit outside it or whatever. But she jumped so clean, a lot cleaner than the rest of them, and she that first 100 metres she wanted to go, so I was just happy to go with her and keep her comfortable. You know, I knew I had the one to beat sort of sitting outside me, and you know, it gave me a real good test in the straight. To the second horse's credit, it was really strong, but yeah, my filly, she found enough in the tank to lift, and it was a really good effort.
She certainly was. The second horse was very game and made AURUM BELLE earn it for probably the first time in her career to date, given she had to absorb some pressure in the run as well. She's ticked every box in her career to date thus far. Brad, does the next box she has to tick at 1,200 metres hold any concerns or fears for you, or are you more confident of her performance here today?
Look, I'm pretty confident with her. I think she'll get the 12. Obviously, the second horse was really good, and it's going to take some beating. I'm not going into the race just thinking I'm there and just going to win. It's you know, we're getting up against some real good competition now, so she is going to have to earn her wins. But I was really proud of her effort, that when she was challenged, she found enough in the tank to hold off that challenge. You know, that's where you really find out what they're made of, when they have to actually dig deep, and she was able to do it, and she fought that horse off quite strongly, I felt. So I don't really have a problem with the 1,200. I think she's going to get it comfortably, but you know, it is one of those things we'll have to wait and see. But I will go into the race pretty confident, and yeah, hopefully she can get the job done.
It's going to be a cracking edition of the race in a fortnight's time. Looking a little further ahead today into the following race, the Roma Cup. What are the expectations with Repossession? Can he run a cheeky race? Because while he may have been a little bit slower away last start, he was enormous.
Yeah, he was really good. You know, I think he's going as well as he can. He's drawn a little sticky, which is a bit of a concern. So we're probably just going to have to play it by ear and see how the race unfolds. But I do expect him to do his best work, and I'm hoping it's good enough to be right in the finish there. But yeah, we'll find out a bit more about him today. But I think he'll put his best foot forward.
Exciting times ahead. Well done on the win here.
Thank you.
There's Brad Parnham. He combines with his Hall of Fame father in Neville Parnham and AURUM BELLE. She remains unbeaten, the 2-year-old Schnitzel filly. She takes out the Swan Draft Gimcrack Stakes. She absolutely smashes the clock, and she'll start the Karrakatta Plate favourite in a couple of weeks' time.